People jump into a game's world for all kinds of different reasons, but the main one is especially be an immersion. We want to feel like we're really there. Ghost of Tsushima got that right from the very first scene. Instead of just giving players a big map to wander, Sucker Punch made every detail pull you in. They knew an open world isn't just about quests or enemies, it's about the quiet moments between the fights. When you stop and take in the view, those moments made the world feel alive, not like empty filler. Japan is perfect for that kind of a game. Take Hokkaido for an example. Back then it was called Etso. It's a cold place with short summers and long winters. That mix of weather creates wetlands, lakes, volcanoes, and hot springs. Ideal for a story about revenge and reflection. Now picture Okinawa, called the Ryukyu Kingdom in the past. It's all about those tropical beaches, coral reefs, and green forests. By setting each game in a different region, the Ghost series can stay fresh. New heroes tied to each area make every story feel special. What made Ghost of Tsushima stand out how was it guided you without menus. Instead of covering your screens with icons, they placed cool landmarks you could see from far away. A lone temple on a cliff, a windmill turning into the distance, a broken watchtower half hidden by the trees. Those sites made exploration natural. You'd climb on a hill and instantly know where you want to go next. You never had to pause and open a big menu. That balance of beauty and clear design is something Ghost of Yotei builds on. In the new game, you'll have even more freedom to drive your own story. They added a spyglass, like a basically kind of we've seen in the Breath of the Wild. From any point you can zoom in on something interesting, mark it, and let the wind guide you there. This keeps you in the world, not in the menus. On paper it sounds small, but it changes how you explore. Every trip feels smooth and uninterrupted. They also made flower fields more than just pretty scenery. Ride through the field of flowers and your horse speeds up. It's a simple idea, but it makes the long rides fun. It reminds me of the races in other games, where you had to find the fastest path. Here, nature itself gives you a boost, but also tempts you to go off the beaten path. It's a small change that adds real joy to the travel. Another big change tackles the too many icons problem. Instead of dumping tons of objectives on your screen, Yotei uses a card system. As you roam, you draw cards that hint at what's next. Maybe a combat trial, a side story, or a hidden weapon. You choose which card to follow, creating your own path through the map. This stops you from feeling stuck when you see too many options. You get freedom, yes, but it's focused freedom, where each choice matters. Keeping track of friends and side characters have been made easier as well. Instead of scrolling through a long quest log, Yotei has a dynamic menu that only updates when someone has news for you. You might be exploring when an ally suddenly shows up to chat. That makes the world feel alive. You won't miss key moments or quests, and you spend more time in the world, not in the menus. The director modes from the first game are back, but better. Remember Kurosawa mode? Well, it's made the game look like an old samurai movie with black and white graphics. It was a great tribute to Japanese filmmaking. In Yotei, there will be more modes like that, giving you different visual styles. You can pick the look you like, whether you want a cinematic feel or a stark high contrast view. These modes respect Japanese art traditions without feeling like a gimmick. All these choices show a clear goal: beat open world fatigue. The genre is full of games that go big but lacks the soul. Empty space without purpose feels hollow. Yotei uses spaces wisely. It adds beauty, gives you smooth ways to move, and curate content so you never feel lost. Instead of seeing a sea of icons, you see a world full of things you really want to check out. Games like Red Dead Redemption and, of course, as mentioned, Breath of the Wild proved that the wide open spaces can be as inspiring as crowded cities. In those games, leaving a busy area and riding into the plains feels like a surfacing for the air. You get a moment to think, to plan your next move, and to feel the part of the world. Ghost of Yotei aims for that same feeling, but with a uniquely Japanese twist. The wind rustles bamboo, cherry blossoms drift in the air, steam rises from hot springs in the misty mountains. These moments aren't just eye candy, they anchor you, making you feel something real. At the heart of Yotei is a drive to simplify. Menus are meant to get out of your way. The spyglass and guiding wind keeps you focused. Flower fields add speed and beauty. The card system gives you choices without overload. The dynamic ally menu keeps you connected to the characters. Director modes lets you choose how it looks in terms of the game's visuals. All of this works together to keep you in the world. Imagine drawing a card that hints at a hidden shrine. You spy it through the telescope, mark it, and let the breeze guide you there. On the way, you ride through the bright flowers that speed you up. You crest the hill, and there's your goal, bathed in the light. No menus, no icons crowding your view, just you, the world, and the next adventure. That's the promise. This is what makes Ghost of Yotei more than just another open world game. It's a lesson how to evolve the genre without losing what players love. You won't feel lost under a sea of icons, and you won't get bored with empty space. Instead, you'll shape your own path, find beauty in every corner, and feel connected to the world and its characters. It's a smart approach that keeps you engaged, free from the choice paralysis, and fully immersed in the living Japan. As you draw each card, mark each landmarks, and ride through the fields of flowers, you see how powerful and well-crafted open world can be. When every part works together to serve the discovery, wonder, and a bit of a fun, you get more than just a map. You get a world you want to live in. If only for a little while though. And that's the kind of game Ghost of Yotei promises to be. And it shows just how careful design can bring real magic to the open world gaming. And at that, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys all, and have a wonderful day.